is the virus-related news that is playing heavy on the benchmark indices, because both the benchmark indices have broken below its key 200-day moving average as well. And it's just one counter within the hospital space, that is Apollo Hospital, that is on the green side when it comes to Nifty 50 gainers, while on the flip side 49 declines, and majorly all the declines are in the range of 3 to 5%, and even the broader markets are not supportive at this point in time. But the big story that we are tracking at this point, as India confirms 2 of its cases with respect to HMPV virus, and let's understand more about this particular virus. How concerning is the situation, how concerning it could get, and let's find out more details about this particular virus. For this, we are being joined by Dr. Rahul Pandit, who is of critical care of Reliance Foundation Hospital. Hi, doctor. Thank you so much for your time. Great speaking with you. This HMPV.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, this HMPV virus, doctor, help us understand more about this, because maybe it's just coming out from China, the news related from China. People are a bit more scared. And as now India confirmed 2 of its cases, how do you see the concerns related to this particular virus? How are the situations that you are tracking at this point in time?
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for getting me on the show. Let me be very clear first. Let's not create any panic, or let's not get panicked about this virus. The human metapneumovirus, which is the HMPV virus which we're talking about, is commonly seen across the globe in these winter months. And it is not uncommon to have a little rise in human metapneumovirus cases or respiratory syncytial virus cases or influenza cases during winter months. It is good that the cases have been reported already, but unlike the fear which we had before, that would the cases be reported on time or not. So we know that the cases have been reported from certain countries now. And I think what we need to just do is just to have a cautious approach to see where and how the progress is happening. As of now, I don't see there is any alarm to be actually created, because these viruses are known to circulate during the winter months. And there is a small rise in the cases which we see all the time. The virus does cause symptoms which could be either upper respiratory tract symptoms and sometimes lower respiratory tract symptoms, can affect adults as well as children both. But I don't think there is any need to panic or any need to be concerned about it right now. I think the ICMR and the Ministry of Government of India of Health and Family Welfare are well on guard about this, and they will give us information if there is any clear indication that we need to be worried about it. I think currently just the cases which we are seeing in the community are not really related to human metapneumovirus, and an occasional case may be seen. I don't think we should be worried about it.
No need to panic at this point in time, but doctor, help us understand that how much contagious is this particular virus, and what are the concerns related to fatality? How are you tracking this situation?
So the virals, basically the spread of virus, the contagiousness of the virus is determined on 2 things. One is how it spreads. So it does spread through droplets, and it can have fomites and stuff as well. However, the most important thing is it as rapidly transmissible as some of the fast transmitting viruses like measles? The answer is no. However, the genes of the genomic sequencing of the virus needs to be done, and we need to understand which strain is in circulation. And some strains may exhibit a little faster or slower way of transmitting across from one person to another. I don't think we have that information currently for me to make any statement about it. I believe we need to wait and see which gene is which strain is currently in circulation in the country or in China from where the reports are coming, and then we'll be able to give a little bit more understanding. But I don't think we need to worry. Again, let me just be very clear. Just normal respiratory precautions for people who have upper respiratory tract infection is more than enough currently. I don't think we need to actually worry and start doing anything more than what we would normally do for any flu-like illness.
Okay, that's very reassuring to understand that how you're explaining it to us. But they would say that virus, and what you've explained it to us over the years, is that the virus can technically mutate. What are the chances that this virus could mutate and it essentially could go the COVID way?
Look, every virus would mutate, and whether it mutates and becomes more contagious or less contagious depends on what strain we have right now and whether there's any mutation which we are seeing or not. So I don't have that information with me to actually tell you that there is a mutation happening. So all viruses are known to mutate. Every virus, influenza virus would mutate, RSV virus would mutate, every virus would mutate. But the mutation doesn't mean necessarily it's a bad news. Mutation can also mean that it could tone down itself as well.
So to put it very simply, And I'm again understanding this from a market standpoint. The fear in the market is that when you see those disturbing pictures in social media which are coming out from China, it just perturbs everyone. Can that be ignored, Dr. Rahul Pandit?
At the moment, I think we should not panic. Again, I'll be very clear about it. There is no rise or need to be basically worried about rising cases of human metapneumovirus in the country or across the world, apart from one reporting on social media from China. Let us wait for our official statement from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which have made statements of late to say that everything seems to be okay. We are well prepared as a country, and we are well prepared at the hospital levels, including small places as well. And I don't think there is any need to actually even think that we are going to go towards COVID away right now. It is just a winter month virus which has seen a spurt in the cases, and I hope it.
Okay. Dr. Pratit Samdani also joins us, and we are truly grateful to him that he could join us on such a short notice. Dr. Samdani, break it for us. How should one understand the relevance of this new virus, the pictures which are coming on social media? Can they be believed, or this is just one of those seasonal flus which will come and go?
Nikunj, this is a virus that has been here since more than 60 years. This is a virus that was actually detected in the Netherlands in 2001. This is a common respiratory virus, including all the rhinoviruses, human respiratory syncytial virus, and the flu virus, which is by far the commonest virus that takes attack on humans and admissions. I think this virus should be taken as a passing by infection. This virus spurts up in winters, and that's where we are. I feel no fear, no threat, and undoubtedly there should be not a blink of any, sitting back like COVID or acting like patients or humans that we were during the COVID time. The incidence of influenza, severe pneumonia, 7%. Historically, the incidence of this human metapneumovirus causing severe pneumonia is just about 2.4 to 3%. There should be no fear. I don't know why the social media fear has been so hyped up.
The fact that a case has been detected in India, do you think we can ignore it completely? Does that mean that, look, nothing to worry about? Because you would appreciate the question, because it is just the horrific memories of COVID when they started in Jan 2020. Everyone ignored it, and then it really snowballed into something very serious.
If I let you know, we've been treating human metapneumovirus. I've been treating hundreds of them over the past years. I cannot tell you if it's the same serotype that has been going on right now, but I can almost assuredly tell you we are going nowhere close to COVID. This is not going to behave like COVID. There's also a distinct difference. COVID was a resurgence of a new virus. This is an old virus, which probably some mutations. We don't know if they're really mutated or not. Also, this infection is not actually caused by small droplets. This is caused by large droplets. And that's where the basic difference between transmissibility, if you were to compare a flu or a COVID vis-a-vis human metapneumovirus.
Panic and no need to wear a mask also, can I say that?
So people who are immunocompromised, this virus usually attacks the very young, less than 5 years, and the elderly. People who've got chronic obstructive diseases like lung diseases, asthma, malignancy, should always be careful whether it's today or 10 years from tomorrow. So keep a distance if you are that immunocompromised. If you have someone sick, don't come close to them. General universal precautions, 6 feet distance, washing hands, but no panic, zero panic, negative panic. I am vehement and clear about this.
Say it again what Dr. Samdani is saying, no panic. Clearly no panic.
No panic, zero panic, and vehemently stay away from the word panic.
Okay.
Concentrate on the markets.
I am going to wrap it up with one more question. The word which we used extensively during COVID was testing. For somebody who catches a flu, there could be temperature, there could be cough and cold. Should one get themselves tested for HMPV virus or just ignore it? It will be taken care.
There are two aspects of this. If you have a severe disease, if you've got severe cough, fever, rhinitis, blocked nose, or pneumonia-like symptoms, you must get tested, albeit there is no treatment for it. But doing a testing for a metapneumovirus, there's no isolated testing. You get a PCR panel. You may actually detect other bacteria and flu viruses for which there is directed treatment. So I would say there should not be generalized recommendations for testing like COVID. But yes, in selected cases, it may be worthwhile doing a PCR testing for viruses and bacteria.
Samdani, thank you. That's very, very reassuring. And thank you for clearing the air, literally in this case. No panic. We would underline that. Thank you very much.
Well said, Nikunj. Thank you.
Well, yes, no panic.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.